Hi, I'm theciaellis and welcome to this Grandma's Homestead. Okay, I'm not in the kitchen at the church right now. I'm actually trying to see if I can get enough light in this kitchen here to work here. It should be quieter, and I don't know, it looks more homey. I don't know. This is the first time I've done this, and it may be the only time I do it. Today I'm going to make ramen noodles granola. I saw this and I can't even pronounce it. I'd like to hear how to pronounce this lady's name. She does it on All Recipes on that YouTube channel. And she was doing different things with ramen noodles. And she showed one that I thought, I've got to try that. Not for myself, but for my granddaughter in college. And this is, like I said, the ramen noodles granola. And let's show you what's going to be in it. We're going to melt a full stick of butter. We've got some honey, brown sugar, vanilla, cinnamon, salt, the ramen noodles, sliced almonds, and cranberries. And just so you know, just because you can see the labels on these does not necessarily mean that I am endorsing them. They're there. That is what it is. This is what I could find in the grocery store in Oklahoma. So if I'm actually going to promote something, I'll let you know. But let's get started. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to melt the butter, and I'm going to chunk it so it'll be melted. Now I think I'm going to be able to do everything in this big bowl here. So I'm going to put the butter in the bowl, put it in the microwave. I've got my oven heating at 325. It's warming up. Let's put this in here. This is a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Let's put this in the microwave for a moment and then we'll check it. Alright, I've got my butter and the brown sugar. Almost got the butter melted. Let's add in 1/3 cup of honey. Gotta get all of the goodness out. I'm going to have 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That's cinnamon. A teaspoon of vanilla. One teaspoon of cinnamon. Half a teaspoon of salt. We'll stir this all together. Now we're going to crunch up the ramen noodles. A lot of people, they tell you to use a rolling pin. I do not have the rolling pin at this time, so we're going to use a hammer that my daughter-in-law's mother gave me. We'll crunch this up. Let's see how that looks. We don't need the packet. We're just going to dump the noodles into the bowl. I guess if you have any suggestions on what to do with leftover packets that you don't use for recipes like this, let me know. Now we're going to add the sliced almonds. And we'll stir this all together. Alright, let's dump this into our pan. I sprayed it with cooking spray. We'll spread this all out flat. The oven's already preheated to 325. We're going to put this in for 30 minutes, but we need to stir this every 10 minutes to keep the honey from sticking to the bottom too much, and just make sure it's all stirred good. So let's stick this in the oven for 30 minutes. Look at that. Now what was interesting is I kind of felt bad that I didn't show you, because when you're making a video, do you show them when you're stirring things up or not? But the first 2 times I stirred it, particularly the first one, the noodles had not soaked up the honey and the brown sugar and the butter. And now it seems to have. Now we're going to let this cool, and then I'm going to add the cranberries, the dried cranberries, and then we'll give it a taste. But we're going to let this cool for a while. Stir it occasionally, make sure it's all stays loosened up, and then I can't wait to taste this. All right, let's add the dried cranberries. And stir this all together and give it a taste. It's not completely cool, but I'm sure it's going to be just fine. Ooh, look at that, it crunched it. Oh, interesting. Now it's starting to act like granola. Wow. This is neat. Okay, I'm making a mess. There we go, now it's loosening up. Let's give this a little bit of a taste. We'll put a cranberry in it. We got all the noodles and the almonds, and now we got some dried cranberry with it. Mmm. Mmm. That's actually even better than I thought it was going to be. I'll get this all crunched up later. That's good though. I would recommend this for a couple. Now, my personal reasons was that I'm looking for something to send to my granddaughter. She needs more protein in her life, and so she tries to eat yogurt and everything. But I thought if I could make her something that she would enjoy to put on her yogurt, that would make eating a little more protein a little bit better for her too, you know. But then also, as if you watch any of my videos at all, you know that I do cooking from the pantry and all that other stuff. Now I understand the honey and butter and all that other stuff is not specifically from the pantry, but we've also got all these ramen noodles, and every once in a while, if you think about it, if you're trying to stock your pantry and you've got all these big old containers of ramen noodles and stuff, and you're just really tired of trying to make different dishes with them, you know, like with vegetables and meat and I don't know, just different things, make them into soup or whatever, you know. I thought because this is sweet that it might be something that would be pretty good. And it does have the dried cranberries, it's got the almonds, and it's got the obviously the ramen noodles, and then everything else in there like that too. It's not bad. And it's good all by itself, but I think it'll also be really good on cereal, yogurt, ice cream, whatever else you want. All right, that's all I got for you today. I want to remind you that I also have skits if you ever do specifically things for church. Most of it's for ladies meetings and stuff. I've got a couple other things that are coming out for, I know I have one out that is for the church in general, and then I'm working on another one that I'm excited about that's good for youth. Go to scriptureskits.etsy.com and check out the different skits that I have there, and I believe that you will enjoy what I've written, and I'd appreciate if you check it out and maybe even buy some, especially for, I think if you're one of the ladies, you can do it like for women's meetings. You know, you just need like a 2-minute skit to do before a meeting starts. So some pretty good ones for that. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. God bless. I'll see you next time.